Another great day to be in the Empire, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys slept well. The news of Moff Gideon last night card in the top right-hand corner. If you did not see the kit reveal for Moff Gideon, I am quite surprised he was not released as a legendary character, but instead will be a marquee character. And let's just say there are a lot more questions unanswered than we have answered right now. We're going to try to go over a couple of those right now, as well as a little bit of speculation, and we're going to be going into Geonosis territory battles with our Imperial troopers, because as we see here, I'm trying to figure out how are we going to split up the Imperial troopers, because it seems like we should be able to have two full, decent Imperial trooper teams, but we have to kind of work around Moff Gideon's requirements of the two attackers, the one tank, the one support. But also, I don't think we want to pull away from this team up here with Veers, Piet, and Stark, because they have been powerhouses in Grand Arena, taking out Darth-driven teams with ease, as well as doing very well in Geonosis territory. So I think we got to really strive to get two separate teams. Do you like my little placeholder? I was trying to find someone who's got an amazing mustache, amazing hair, amazing swag, and an amazing cape. So we're putting Lando in here as a placeholder for the time being. We have a lot to describe on this page for a second here, but I want to take a little brief history on General Hux. We're going to take another quick few second glance over at Moff Gideon's kit. And if you guys remember, it's literally been nearly a year. I think we might be repeating ourselves, but you guys remember Boundless Ambition? It got nerfed to almost oblivion. Originally, when Boundless Ambition first came out with Hux, they allowed it to work with any type of team, and he was able to prevent turn meter no matter what. He was like the best 3-star character in Galaxy for a good couple weeks, because he was able to stop the General Anakin Skywalker turn meter on any team. Commander Luke Skywalker, Padme Amidala, whatever it might be. And they nerfed him to contain him to the First Order. Now, if we hop over here to the Moff Gideon kit, oh man, if you guys remember my reaction when I read Know Your Adversaries, I mean, heck, his special ability to control the situation is also very, very good. A lot of questions in regards to that. But Know Your Adversaries, being able to always apply minus 50% offense, minus 25% critical chance, minus 25% critical damage. Like, holy cow, people. That almost sounds like what Hux had with Boundless Ambition. If this is going to stay this way, and they're not going to nerf him like they did with General Hux, Moff Gideon could be an amazing plug-and-play character. There's two things in Galaxy Heroes that matters the most, maybe three: speed, turn meter, and damage. And if Moff Gideon just has to be present in any type of team to lower damage by 50%, keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm really excited to see what big teams we're going to counter. I think there's a lot of potential to have another team to counter Darth-driven, General Anakin Skywalker, and we might even have Galactic Legend potential. Heck, I can imagine Moff Gideon being in like a Sith Eternal lineup or something to try to reduce the oncoming damage onto your team. We'll have to wait and see if they're going to be nerfing this unique ability right here, because it sounds way too good to be true. I'm very surprised he's not a legendary character, especially this ability. Being able to reset turn meter, that sounds like something a Galactic Legend should be doing. But I want to take our moment for a second and look at this right here. How are we splitting up our teams, and does this actually affect Stormtrooper? There's so many questions left unanswered. We're going to be testing out that later on this week, but I want to look at this, and is this how we're going to split up our teams when it comes to our Imperial troopers? It's actually very difficult to find out what support character are you going to put on the Moff Gideon lineup. Right now, I feel like it's either got to be Stark or a range trooper that's going to be on the Moff Gideon lineup. We're going to see if we can make this team work inside of Geonosis territory battles without the need of range trooper. Because if you guys recall, the best PvE team for territory battles for Imperial troopers has been this lineup, but instead of Elsa the Snow Trooper, we've been using Randy the Range Trooper. So we're going to see, can we pull Randy off and save him from Moff Gideon? That's the other thing we're going to talk about. And two more quick things before we get this video started. Actually, three more quick things. I want to give a big shout out to this Reddit post right here. It's getting a little bit of traction over on Reddit. I 100% agree with this. If Piet and Moff Gideon are getting the Imperial Trooper tag, those characters I just listed a second ago, Krennic, Grand Moff Tarkin, Thrawn, Vader, and Palpatine, should also get the Imperial Trooper tag, especially Piet. And Piet, he's not even commanding an army. He's in the Navy, and yet he's got the Imperial Trooper tag. I really firmly believe that Capital Games should at least add the Imperial Trooper tag to characters like Krennic, for sure, who's got a lot more Imperial Trooper commanding experience than Admiral Piet, at least that we saw. So I really like this right here. And a few more things. Okay, this is going to be a minor spoiler. If you didn't see the Mandalorian episode 2 weeks ago, I have a 1-week policy before I unleash spoilers. You might want to fast forward 30 seconds or so right here. But going to our conversation Are we missing maybe one more character for Moff Gideon? I think there's a high likelihood, because we were told we're going to be getting Season 2 Mandalorian characters sometime this winter. There might be a high probability that we're going to be seeing the Dark Trooper, ladies and gentlemen. The Dark Trooper was teased 2 weeks ago. We're waiting to see when is it coming into a full swing episode in The Mandalorian. This might be an attacker or a support character that Moff Gideon will be bringing alongside him, and that might take this new Imperial Trooper team to a whole other level. We don't know how this is going to be implemented, but I'm really excited. I was really pumped when we saw the Dark Trooper make a very brief appearance towards the end of the episode 2 weeks ago. So let's go ahead, hop back over to the game, and let's see if we can still make this team, even without Randy the Range Trooper, do work inside of Geonosis territory. And actually, since we're here, man, we have so much to talk about. There are so many questions revolving Moff Gideon right now. There's a question with the Moff Gideon kit. As we saw, he can revive a defeated Empire ally so long as there's Imperial troopers on the field here. And there's a question, how is this going to work? Because there's a little bit of a misinterpretation with defeated. For example, Veers, his unique ability, whenever an enemy is defeated while Veers is active, you're getting a bunch of turn meter, all this other stuff, and that even counts towards Night Scissors who are being defeated and then revived right away. We're triggering all these bonuses. Or is this Moff Gideon leadership's taking more of the interpretation of Derek the Death Trooper, where Derek the Death Trooper, if you guys don't know, test it out against Night Scissors, and you will know he can't apply Terminate until you burn off those 2 revives from Night Sister Zombie. Then, after you kill a Night Sister off for the 3rd time, you're finally able to apply Death Mark. So, what interpretation is Moff Gideon's leadership going to be applying with that defeated Imperial unit, being able to revive again? Because that's a really important question, because we talked a lot about Wall of Stormtrooper Zeta, where every time an Imperial Trooper ally is being defeated, he's gaining 40% offense. Are we taking the Veers interpretation? Are we taking the Death Trooper interpretation? A lot of questions left unanswered, and all that means is I'm really excited for Moff Gideon and all the testing, because I really think he's going to be offering a ton of stuff to do in Galaxy Series. Well, let's go on over to Geonosis territory, and we're going to try to take for a spin that non-Randy the Range Trooper lineup, because here's the problem we're having. What lineup do we bring in with these Imperial Troopers here? Because right now, as I already said, if you already made videos about it in the past, you want to use this lineup with Randy, and you should be able to get through Phase 4 no problem. My guild is the 4th guild in the world to get 33 stars in Geonosis territory, and Piet has been a cornerstone to that team. And I don't know, are we going to give Piet to Moff Gideon for GOTB? There's so many questions when it comes to all this. So we're going to give this a stab right here. Randy seems to be kind of important because you're getting the attacks out of turn. So it's, and you need that support character. Or do you give Stark over to Moff Gideon? But the problem is Stark feeds a lot of buffs to the team as well, the critical damage up, and he also removes turn meter from the enemy. So you got to make that decision, it seems like. Are you going to give Veers, Piet, Stark, or Range Trooper over to Moff Gideon? And I really feel like these guys are a core trio for an amazing Imperial Trooper team, and Moff Gideon by himself with some leftover Imperial Troopers should get the job done. So we're going to give this a shot. It's a little scary doing this without Randy the Range Trooper. I really firmly believe Randy the Range Trooper is an incredibly powerful unit for this, because we're getting all the attacks out of turn and extra buffs, and with Emperor's Trap, it really gets the team moving along. So let's go ahead and get this started. We're going to pass that over to Sherry. Beautiful. We've made so many guides on Imperial Troopers. This is the go-to place for Imperial tips out there. And really, I actually took a pretty aggressive approach with my mods. Holy oh, there's so much fun. Best non-legendary dark side team in Galaxy of Heroes right here, ladies and gentlemen. I actually made my Piet even faster, and I made the rest of my team a lot slower. We're solely relying on Piet and Stark moving the team, and I got some pretty bare minimum speeds on these 3 right here in the middle. So whoo, looks like it's paying off, because again, with the Imperial Troopers, especially with Veers, you really just need 1 or 2 fast characters, Piet and Stark, to get that initial boost of turn meter flowing for your team with the extra buff. And once you get going, man, there is no stopping this team. Holy cow. My gosh, we just absolutely blew through them, and I actually put a lot more offense on my Snow Trooper and Veers as well. So these guys should be putting out some massive damage. Boom. So far, it's looking okay. Randy hasn't been needed yet. It does feel a little bit weird not having Randy the Range Trooper, but we're making it work so far. Let's keep it going. Get the buffs going to our team. Let's just get the attacks out of turn going, because the attacks out of turn really is what feeds tons of turn meter and extra Emperor's Trap for the team. Boom, more turn meter through Piet. Now let's start burning that AoE right here. Good, good, good. Let's Sherry take the punch. We don't want to call him the special B2 Rocket Trooper because it could potentially ruin our Emperor's Trap. Look at all these buffs being fed to our team right here. Let's go ahead. I think we should be fine. Let's go ahead and throw out that AoE. Get a couple of staggers. Fantastic. Delete the medic. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this so far. Although Randy's protection up recovery is something I definitely am going to be missing. We have a lot to kind of figure out. What are we going to use for this Moff Gideon lineup? Because I'm already seeing, although this is doing well so far, we're burning through these phases like it's no one's business here. We're still getting a little bit of protection recovery through Veer, so that's fine. But Randy would make sure you really never have a protection crisis on your hand. There we go. Keeping the chains moving. So long as we don't come across a Padme or Rex, we should be fine. I highly recommend if you are going to use Imperial Troopers, use them on the bottom territory if you get them to phase 4, because you're less likely to come across those Padmes and Captain Rex that you traditionally would see up in the middle zone and Genos' territory battle. This one, the Pons always creates a lot of complication because he gets tons and tons of turn meter. We kind of got to just burn through this guy and just, he's going to cause a little bit of complication, but as long as we outrun everyone else, we just kind of do this 1v5 solo between us and Pons, we should be good. Let's just start going ahead, plowing through him. He's going to do an equalization eventually. He's a little bit of a problem. This is where Randy could have been a little bit more helpful because we'd get a lot more attacks out of attack out of turns happening here. Let's go get rid of that tenacity up. We're gonna get smashed, and see, this is where the retribution from Randy would have been very helpful. Man, I'm a little worried right here. So far, we still have the turn meter situation under control for the time being. Keep smashing it. Let's go ahead, keep getting the offense up to Sherry over there and get the mark on Sherry. Good, good, good. See, all right, let's keep it going as long. Now I'm getting a little worried. This is where Randy would have been critical because Elsa the Snowtrooper is not offering as much. No retribution, no attacks at a turn, no protection recovery, and now they're about to start taking turns. So I am a little bit concerned. If we get a land of days on him, no days whatsoever because we're losing our Emperor's Trap because of Pons taking all these turns non-stop here. We still got a little bit of turn meter advantage. We're definitely losing it slowly but surely. We need another mass swarm right here. Let's see if we can get rid of Pons and try to reestablish dominance on the field. Not quite enough. We're getting smashed here. Ooh, boy. Moff Gideon, why are you making this decision so difficult on us? All right, there goes the healing equalization. That should be the last time we get the healing equalization going on. Oh, boy. It's getting a little scary. Commander Cody is ready to take a turn any moment now. Let's just go ahead. We might be losing Short Trooper any moment. Let's get the critical damage immunity going. Good, 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 good. Basic here. Okay, that's fine. Take the mark. That's fine. It's fine. Can we try to get some staggers on the field? I think this is the last turn we get before Commander Cody pops in the full swing here, and I am a little bit concerned. All right, good. We survived the mass swarm. Keep it going. We got to hurry up and take out Pons. And then we got to take out, what's it called? We got to take out the Contra Medic. But I'm worried because the counterattacks are killing us right now. I'm a bit scared. Let's just wait. Let's just wait for a sec. Can we get another mass swarm or something? Oh, boy. Armor Shred's piling up strong. They're piling up really strong right now. AoE coming in hot. Oh, them taunts are coming. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Let's keep it going. Boy, oh, boy. Losing Sherry this early is going to really, really suck, people. There we go. We're getting some attacks at a turn. We need a... you know, we might have to use... We got to call in the Rocket Trooper. We got to get rid of all the buffs. We got to get around them. All right, I don't like it. You know what? Maybe we can kill off Luminar Unduli. Try to get a train going here because Pons is causing a bit of a problem. Let's just do a basic right there. Okay. Woo! This is getting a little wild, people. It's getting a little wild right now. Can we try to land a daze on Pons? Because this guy is making it incredibly complicated on us right now. Get some turn meter going. Come on, Veers. We need another mass swarm. We lost Sherry. Not looking good. And this is why I've been having a hard time debating what are we going to use to get through Genos' TV of 2 Imperial Trooper teams. We're almost through Pons. Almost. Rocket Trooper trying to spot us up with a little bit of help. Come on, hurry before we get a revive. All right, that should handle it. Whew. A little too dicey for my liking. We have a lot to do. We lost that under recovery from Randy to Range Trooper. We lost Sherry, of course. We had less turn meter because Elsa doesn't really feed that many buffs for the team. Not the beautiful sight. Let's just go ahead and do our AoE right here. Try to get another train going. We have to kill someone off really quickly. And that's where Randy, the attacks at a turn, feeds the Emperor's Trap. Luckily, no revive right there. The Emperor's Trap keeps giving us potency, extra damage, and of course the turn meter. That's why Randy is so important. You know what? Let's give it the Stark here. It's not looking too good. Normally, we've been getting consistent 4 out of 4s with that lineup I recommended. I should have put a card in the top right-hand corner if you guys want to watch that video on the best Imperial Trooper team for GOTB. I mean, we're going to get through this wave here, but I don't know if we're going to score 4 out of 4 here. Randy, it just seems too important. So this might take us back to the drawing board. If whether or not this is going to be the team you're going to split up with Moff Gideon, we might need to maybe give Stark over to Moff Gideon and keep Randy on this team. I don't know. A lot of tough decisions that we're having right here. Come on, can we get we gotta get another train going here. Come on, get another. Oh my, it's game over. Yikes. I don't know if we can get through this now because we lost our unique ability from Veers. All right, well, this gives me a lot to think about because as I start at the beginning of this video, a lot of questions unanswered, and that's what we're gonna figure out. One, is Moff Gideon going to be an amazing plug-and-play Imperial, not even just Imperial, just an amazing plug-and-play character for Galaxy heroes in general because of the demoralized debuff that he applies onto the enemy just for existing on the team? And furthermore, what is going to be the way we split up these teams for Geonosis Territorials, for Grand Arena? A lot of questions that are on the board. And are we going to expect maybe one Imperial Trooper be added to maybe help things out a little bit with that Dark Trooper going on the Moff Gideon lineup? Because I feel fairly confident Capital Games wants us to stick with Gary as well as Derek the Death Trooper with Moff Gideon to keep it thematic to what we saw. This would have been an easy 4-4 for each trooper. I'm a little bit upset that Snow Trooper did not help us out, but at least we know I would not recommend breaking up Range Trooper out of this lineup for Geonosis Territorial. That's what caused the complications. Not enough Retribution, not enough Protect Recovery, not enough attacks out of turn, and that's everything that Randy was offering for Veers and Piet. So that's why we're doing this testing now, so when we get into the next Geonosis Territorials, we can learn a little bit more about what we want to get out of these beloved Imperial Troopers. Again, I'm extremely excited to the moon to test out Moff Gideon, and I'm hoping Capital Games doesn't nerf him because I feel like he's kind of that legendary marquee plus type of character like Jango Fett was added into Galaxy Heroes. We'll have to wait and see. You guys know where to be. I'm assuming Thursday, Friday, we're going to be getting Moff Gideon released to Galaxy Heroes, and we're going to test that guy out right away so we can try to answer these questions that I posed to you today. Like me, that enjoyed the video. I had fun nonetheless. It's fun playing with my Imperial Troopers, and get ready for the future of our empire, because in this empire, the sun never sets on the horizon. Like, comment down below, and subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And always remember, baby, it's great to be in the empire today.